Good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on wherever you are. Welcome back to the Fan Fliction Podcast, where we are creating Hollywood's next big blockbuster, one podcast at a time. Tonight, we are going to finish episode 1. Yay!
Yay!
Woo!
That's
We
right.
did it, guys. We
We've-
did it.
We've got two scenes and a crawl to go through to start the show. And that's it. We are done. Fade to black, credits.
The
and
song.
That's right. We are 3 weeks away from recording the audio drama / table read. I have a soundtrack. I have sound effects. We have a full cast. Finally got somebody to read for the big bad. Woo! Which
Yay.
may have a name. We'll go over that in a minute here too. Yeah. Oh, so I'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. Our big bad / Padawan down hole is going to be played by Russ from the Infectious Groove podcast. That would be the husband of Lauren, our first guest from the Beard Owl podcast, who will also be cast as the droid IBA5, who we'll meet in episode 2. So, woo!
Yay.
Woo!
We have a full cast. So now my goal is to somehow shoehorn a scene in with the big bad arguing with the comedic droid just so I can have husband and wife bickering on screen.
That'd be
What
so
if the
great.
bad guy married the droid?
I don't know if I can shoehorn that well.
They got really close to it in the Han Solo movie. So
Yeah, he was about ready to stick his dick in a light socket, and that was weird. I mean,
I can't tell if you're
electrifying.
joking.
No,
I don't
I'm
know
not. I
Star
swear to
Wars.
God, I'm
Yes.
not. He,
Lando Calrissian's droid had a crush on him.
yeah,
And
Donald
apparently
Glover.
it lives in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, Donald Glover was about ready to get it on with a computer. It was weird. Like, that's the only part of the movie I do not like.
I feel like that's not far off from like other characters he's played.
Okay.
So
Well, let me put it this
The Prowler.
I don't mean like walking around droid. I mean computer screen on wall in love with.
It was a walking around droid at one point.
Well, it's not there when he's trying to hump the wall. So, wow, we got
who
way out of we got way off topic really fast. And
Hey,
Aw,
page
man.
14, all right?
oh man, I didn't turn the AI on yet. That could have got weird when we start talking about
What about
our,
humping walls?
sticking our
And
wieners in light
computers?
sockets. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and I will hit the old share the screen. There is a wasp on my TV screen. Hold on a minute so I can kill it.
Just smack his camera.
oh no.
Yeah, it was right behind the camera. You can die now. All right.
Just waiting to see like the camera shake and fall.
He disappears, you just hear
Oh shit, it got away.
Oh, sorry. People on YouTube are like, okay, we're turning. Okay, anywho, share screen. Script. All right, y'all can see that.
Yes.
All right, so I decided to and if we agree to do not, it doesn't have to be like a scroll like the one from, every Star Wars movie, but something that sets, the tone of the movie. And I actually, the very first couple sentences are straight up copied and pasted off the script from episode 4. So that's how I knew how George did it. So why not emulate the best?
Yeah.
So the script says a vast sea of stars serves as the backdrop for the main title. War drums echo through the heavens as a roll-up slowly crawls into infinity. So that's, there's going to be a scroll. And it says, 210 years before the Galactic Empire, there rose another sinister group that wanted to make their mark on the galaxy. They were hell-bent on making everyone suffer in darkness, and they were the Black Sun. ...
May I suggest a revision?
Yes, that's kind of what we do here.
Okay. 210 years before the Galactic Empire, another sinister group seek to make their mark on the galaxy. hell bent on making on spreading suffrage throughout the galaxy. They were known as the Black Sun.
Okay, so go slower. Before the Galactic Empire, another
Another
sinister
sinister group aimed to leave their mark on the galaxy.
aim to delete, 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 delete. Leave their mark on the galaxy. Okay.
Yeah, and then just hell bent on spreading pain and suffering throughout the galaxy.
Hell bent on
Spreading pain and suffering throughout the galaxy.
spreading pain and
Okay, I'm glad
suffering.
you changed that because when you first said suffrage, I was like, the right to
Yeah.
vote?
Right.
Like-
I couldn't think of the right word.
I knew what you meant,
They
but I
spread
also was
women's
like,
suffrage
that's
throughout
not
the Star
word.
Wars episode.
They think everyone, it
Because
should
of
be a
them,
complete
Wookiees are now allowed to
democracy.
vote.
One person, one vote. That's what they're trying to do.
Hell bent
And
on
then
spreading.
they were known as the Black Sun.
Well, I kind of like the leaving the galaxy in darkness,
Okay.
black sun. Trying to
Mhm.
Hell bent on spreading pain and suffering throughout the galaxy, comma, leaving let's see. Leaving only the blackness of space in their wake. The empty black void of space in their wake.
Or you can say like darkness or something if you don't want to reuse black.
Leaving only the darkness in their wake.
yeah, because they're literally turning suns dark. And did you
And
say,
daughters.
In their wake.
and they were the
In
black,
their wake. And they were. And yeah, put wake in there, you left wake off.
and they were the black sun. Dum dum dum.
Pick out and. Can't begin with and. Do
Yes.
not pay attention. Classes.
No, I don't. But we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, this is creative writing. Grammar doesn't matter here, okay? As long as there's a purpose.
All right, so we good with that? I mean,
Sounds more Star Warsy scrollish.
I could take. I'm gonna take out the copy. What I copied literally word for word from the other script. Because
War
lawsuit.
drums echo through the heavens.
War drums, aka
fruit
John
roll-up.
Williams.
Were there war drums?
No, remember he was originally going to use just classical music up until
yeah.
literally like a month before the movie came
Fox
out.
gave him a budget.
Yeah. Words scroll upwards.
Star Warsy. Like
In a Star
like,
Wars-ish fashion.
Like we kind of all know what that means at this
Whoa.
point. Like even non-Star Wars fans, if you're like the text in Star Wars in space, they all know
Yeah.
what
So-
that is.
All right, so Brandon. Okay, so good with that. Brandon, what is our next? What's our number?
Save.
Hey,
Oh,
No.
14.
14. We're going to page 14.
Schwartine.
14. So this takes place. Okay, that thing didn't die.
That should be a sound bite. Just that thing didn't die.
Son of a bitch, it's still alive.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
I like how you
Oh.
just see random shots of him like come into the green screen.
I want to take all these him yelling. Like take that I'll be right back, hold on for like every time like I have to be right back on Twitch or something.
Is that a spatula or a fly swatter?
It is a fly swatter. Somebody on my route makes them and sells them. It's a piece of metal covered by leather.
Oh.
I can.
Super fly swatter.
Oh God, it will absolutely.
Are you sure he just
It'll kill a
doesn't coat
person.
spatulas and plastic?
No, but I will tell you this, and I swear, here's what he told me. He said he doesn't do it, but he gets a lot of requests for instead of the square shape, for them to be the shape of a hand, and I'll let you figure out why.
Just you smack butts with it?
Well, I was gonna not say that, but yes, the whole if that's your fetish, that's your fetish. But yeah.
I didn't mean in a sexual way. I meant
Oh
just
no,
smacking
no,
people's butts with it.
it's the whole BDSM wants a piece of metal wrapped in leather with the shape of a hand.
I mean, there's a market.
God, this AI is going to be fun tonight. Yeah. All right. Anywho, all right.
Humping a wall.
All right.
I just want to give it some fuel.
I don't think we need to at this point. Okay, so this next scene takes place right after the scene where they're in the library and they get the mission and then they leave. This takes place, the next one I wrote, it's because I wanted something between Chimek and Colleen that's not just him yelling at her, kind of them connecting a little bit and making him a little softer so he's somewhat sympathetic. So this one takes place on the Jedi bridge, or their ship bridge, and Chimek and Colleen are seated at the pilot and navigator seats in the cockpit of a ship. They're looking at the panels. Chimek picks up a data pad and says, Chimek, let's begin our pre-flight checklist, okay? Colleen, yes, master. Chimek, engine startup sequence 1 through 5. Colleen reaches over, flips a switch. Check. She looks perplexed and spins to look at Chimek. Master, I have to ask you something. Chimek sighing. Can't it wait till later? We need to get going. No, I need to know now. If not, I don't think I can have a clear mind going forward. Then let's hear it. What has your lightsaber in a twist? Colleen looks hesitant and takes a big breath. Why did Brandon? Oh,
hang on. Okay, there we go.
There we are. You back? You good?
I'm here.
Okay. Colleen looks hesitant and takes a big breath. Why did you choose me as your Padawan? Everybody knows that you haven't chosen to take one in 10 years. Why did you suddenly decide that I was worthy of being your Padawan? Chimek, I didn't choose you. The council forced you onto me. If I had my way, I'd have never taken another Padawan. Colleen is visibly upset by these words, and Chimek looks over and sighs. I'm sorry. That didn't come out the way I intended it to. I don't want you to think that I won't do my best to train you in the ways of the Force, because I will. I can sense great power in you. You just need to learn to harness it and calm your mind. Weapons and deflectors? Colleen gets a smile on her face. Chimek has a much softer look on his. Check. Thank you, Master. That means a lot. I know that I can seem harsh sometimes. It's just that I have spent the last 10 years alone. I've been running from my past. I know that I shouldn't have been like this, but there are ghosts in my past that I just can't seem to lose. Navicomputer? Calculating now. I don't know what you know about me, Master, but I haven't been the perfect youngling. That's why I was so surprised that I was the first of my age to be assigned to a master. I've always been in trouble for trying to do things on my own instead of asking for help. Chimek. Maybe that's why the council paired us together. Two people who always try to do things alone. Maybe we can teach each other to learn to trust again. Wipe right.
Okay, the one line where it says, I know that it can seem harsh sometimes, I don't think that is needed because we all see he's harsh. I think it's just that, like, you
Okay.
know, like, I just think it's not, we're seeing it, so he's just going to explain why he was that way. He doesn't need to explain, oh, I am acting out,
So just file that under the Office of Redundancy office.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, on a separate question, what do y'all think about the different colors for different people? Is that better or worse?
Good idea, but personally, I can't read the yellow one.
Okay.
But I'm also blind, so
I can turn it off somewhere.
Like, I think it's good, but yeah, the yellow is just kind of hard, but it's just because it's yellow and white.
maybe a dark green or a fuchsia.
There, we'll just turn it off.
Okay.
All right. So okay, I took that line out. Any other? Go back to the beginning. and we'll start from there. So beginner checklist, yes master, engine startup secrets 1 through 5, flip switch, check. Stop me if you need to change something. I mean, the first part's just to get the conversation started, really. Give them something to do.
Mhm.
All right. She asked, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you something?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, should she ask if she can ask something, not say I have to ask you something?
Yeah.
Or do the Jedi route and have him say, I can sense there's something pressing on your mind.
Yeah, but he doesn't really want to answer it, so he probably wouldn't say
So
that.
he wouldn't bring it up anyway.
I mean,
she can say, I sense I have something on my mind.
I sense that you need to hear this.
You have like that awkward silence for a second where she's just kind of like eyeing him.
Space cricket jumps through the screen.
So
I'm just not sure if she would like be like, I have to ask you something. Like if she's not like totally comfortable with him yet, she might be like, can I ask you something?
Okay.
Grown man. I'm a she's still young. I guess
Can I have
it
to ask?
depends. Yeah. Can I have to ask you something?
Okay. Should I put like hesitant?
Yeah. I think she's still kind of nervous about it. Like she doesn't want to like offend him, especially because he tends to like come off as harsh or even a little just like explosive in that moment, you know.
Did I spell hesitant right? Brandon, you're going again.
God dang it.
Like she can tell he is annoyed with her. So she's like trying to, you know,
Yeah.
fix him.
Yeah, that's another reason
Okay.
for this thing. The whole she's gonna be his project and he's gonna be hers.
And they'll both be ours.
Exactly. All right, so the next thing, no, I need to know now. If not, I don't think I can have a clear mind going forward. You want to Jedi that up a little bit, Brandon?
Oh, no, I need to know now.
Or is it Jedi enough?
I mean, it's pretty Jedi. You could say like it's clouding my mind. It would be kind of Jedi.
I don't know if it's well.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad as is.
Let's leave it as is because I know we're going to change the next one.
It's especially the kids saying it too. I think we get a little bit away with versus like if a master was talking. So.
That's a good point. She is young. All right, so then let's hear it. What has your lightsaber in a twist?
I like it.
Oh, really, Brandon? I figured that would have been your.
I mean, it's corny, but whatever.
I mean, it is corny, but I mean, this is kind of like our light little moment.
What race is this Padawan again? Is she like the underground beautiful people?
Yeah, she was Cage.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was
Was he a Twi'lek?
Was he I
Someone
thought
was a Twi'lek.
I thought we switched him from Twi'lek to Gruta.
Sure.
Because she was Twi'lek and we switched her to Cage.
The only reason I ask is like if she was something with tentacles on her head, like a Twi'lek, then you could be like, what has your tentacles in a twist or something?
No, no, I don't think she is. No, actually, I know she's not, but we'll get into that next week because next week we're going to do backstories and full on character sheets, so I can give them to our cast before, so they know what they're doing and who they're reading for.
So they know who they're doing what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always like to know who I'm doing.
As long as it's not a computer.
Or a wall socket.
Shocking.
But
all right, so Colleen looks hesitant again and takes a big breath and says, "Why did you choose me as your Padawan? Everyone knows that you haven't chosen to take." That's awkward. You haven't chosen to take one in 10 years. That line needs fixed.
Why did you choose me as your Padawan after 10 years of not taking a Padawan on?
I like that. That's better than. So why did you suddenly decide? Maybe just what changed your mind instead of what? Why did you suddenly decide?
Yeah. Shortens it.
What made you believe that I was worth?
That's yeah. Yeah. That's
You're
perfect.
so good at Star Wars speak, Brandon.
I mean, I
You
hope
should like
so. After
talk
I've
like
spent
that all
all
the
these.
time.
Say that again.
What made you believe that I was worthy? I mean, God, all the years I've watched Star Wars, I hope I can sound like I'm in a Star Wars movie.
Oh,
Otherwise, what
There's
was it
a
all for?
and
exactly.
like there's so many movies I rewatch and I'm like, no, it would be embarrassing if I talked like that. But you, Brandon, you take it.
Means that people gonna die, Annie?
I think everybody has that movie that they love that after they watch it, they start to emulate it.
There's like a
Unfortunately,
guy on TikTok that's been coming up on my feed a lot that all he does is quote word for word, perfect timing, these like lines from comedy movies. It's insane. Like the big long rants that Jim Carrey goes on, nails it every time.
see,
Insane.
my movie that I can't watch or I will start emulating it is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective because I
That's
swear to
one of
God,
them. Yeah.
I will start all righty then all over the damn place.
I mean, I can quote the entire script of the 1989 Batman movie, like word for word, along with the movie.
Are you going to read the sequel book?
I don't know. I don't know that I don't have time to read books. Maybe if they put on an audio book, I'll get it. Did you mute yourself?
No, I'm frustrated because I still want you to read the Plagueis book.
I don't have
Audiobook.
time. I wish I had time to read.
Audiobook.
I love reading.
To and from work. Audiobook.
My work drive is like 20 minutes.
That's 20 minutes.
And
40
typically
minutes
I'm
a day.
giving a life lecture to my kid.
Oh well, he needs to listen to it too.
It's like, listen, son, to be a man, you gotta learn how to chop wood with an axe.
I always just go make good choices, like that's my kid's morning pep talk. So
I say that too, but I use more words.
I always go, hey, if you think your dad would do it, do the opposite.
I say the same thing.
Oh, but you literally say, if your dad would do it, do the opposite. Verbatim, not switching it around to. Okay.
No. Exact same thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, okay. Colleen is visibly upset by these words. Chimek looks over and sighs.
Smacks her. I mean, pats her on the back.
I mean, I didn't put any, like, why does it keep randomly trying to save?
Because it's letting you know that it's about to crash. You need to save.
I can't even save it.
That's not good.
No.
Try Control S.
Maybe I really should go through and save it just because there, just in case Brandon's right, because now I'm paranoid. Anyway, I didn't put anything like a physical touch from Chimek to Colleen. Do we need that at this point?
Shoulder.
I mean, this is episode 1. Do we really need that?
Maybe Jedis don't touch. They feel.
Okay, that's okay. Well, that's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to cut that out and not go down that road.
Why you got to take it to that place? That's not how I meant it.
I know, but if somebody will. All right, so
Lordy.
I am sorry that didn't come out the way I intended it to. I don't want you to think that I won't do my best to train you in the ways of the Force, because I will. I can sense great power in you. You just need to learn to harness it and calm your mind. Weapons and deflectors?
See, I thought you were talking about what I said when you started.
No.
I didn't realize you were reading the script.
No, reading the script. Some of that's kind of awkward. I don't.
Let's see.
Would he apologize? Or would he just go, that didn't come out? Like, I'm just wondering if
He's a hermit,
just,
not a jerk.
okay. But taking accountability doesn't always mean you're like verbally saying, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's, I'm saying it because of this. I'm just trying to get Mal's character because he's very hot and cold. So I'm just taking temperature, guys. I'm just taking temperature.
That's fine.
My apologies, that didn't come out the way I intended.
So my apologies, like that. Actually, that kind of sounds better than I am sorry.
I think that
Yeah.
I kind of like my apology. Brandon, you're
It's
spitting
more
fire tonight.
polite without being like I am.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that I won't do my best to train you. Shoot.
So that it's that second sentence I don't like.
I intend to do. See, I intend to do my best as your master and guide you. I intend to do my best as your master and guide you in the ways of the Force.
I like that better.
Mm-hmm.
I intend to, or say it again.
I intend to do my best as your master and guide you in the ways of the Force. And then take off because I
Because I
will.
will. Yeah. And I like the part where I can sense great power in you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe instead of
Or I can sense you are strong with the Force,
there we go.
or a strong connection with the Force.
I can sense a strong connection to the force in you. You just need to learn to harness it. How about you just need to learn to focus your mind? Make it a little less wordy.
Sure.
Which is good too, because we see her a few times where she's a little,
Yeah.
because she's like a go getter. She is kind of like a little unfocused in that way. So
Right. Weapons and deflectors. She gets a smile on her face at that one. Chimek has a much softer look. No smile there, but not as
He
grumpy.
goes from to
yeah,
Yeah, basically yes. Those on you and you, if you're watching on YouTube, Brandon just scowled and then slightly less scowled.
a scowl to
Politely less
neutral.
scowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly. I mean, he's not full on smiling at her yet. Definitely don't need that. She goes, check. Thank you, master. That means a lot. I mean, I think that's fine. She's grateful. It's okay. And Shemek goes, it's just that I've spent the last 10 years alone. I have been running from my past. I know that I shouldn't have been like this, but there are ghosts in my past that I just can't seem to lose. I said the word past too many times, like twice.
Is he gonna acknowledge to a little girl that he's running on his past, or is he just gonna mention that his past has lots of things? Like, I feel like you could just take, I have been running away from my past, like the last 10 years alone. I know that I shouldn't have been like this, but there are ghosts in my past that I just can't seem to lose. Like, that's explaining that he's running from his past almost without saying he's actively running from his past.
Yeah, I could probably take that out. Yeah, it would short up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah,
I've spent the last 10 years alone and my mind is clouded by the past.
But I thought we were taking out a past because he's used past in the
Oh.
next sentence too.
I would take out the whole stuff of like, I know I shouldn't have been like this.
Okay.
Ghost in my past. Like, I would just replace all of that with my mind is clouded by the past.
I think that's good too, because even though he's kind of softening up, he's still not smiling. He's not fully opening up. He's still a wall, just giving snippets to her here and there, not delving too much into it.
So my mind is clouded by the past. Um, I kind of want to this just hit me, and maybe you guys can help me with this. Say something here that kind of alludes to his break. I don't want to call it like a break from reality slash picking kids up off the floor, kind of where he can't control it. With
Well, he obviously has PTSD. Like, we know that much.
yeah,
That's why he
kind
has
of mention that
flashbacks.
without mentioning that. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, because my mind is clouded by the past, kind of like hints at that. It might not say it explicitly, but it does hint at that. So I don't know what to add after to make it like hit the point.
Oh, I've got it because she says next, I don't know what you know about me. He could say something that, so my mind is clouded by the past. Something like, I think everybody knows my past or my past. I think everybody knows my history, or
Yeah.
I think everybody knows my story.
Yeah, I think story is good.
Clouded by the past. I think everyone is aware,
Everyone's
Familiar.
aware of my story.
familiar.
Oh.
What did you say, Jess?
Oh no, I was going with you, but Brandon
Oh.
has bigger words, so go with his.
With my story. It okay, I like that. I think that's fine. I was going to add maybe another line, something like, it seems to follow me wherever I go, but
But he hasn't gone anywhere.
well, that's true. Metaphorically, wherever he goes.
He went to
To
the
the
death stick
bathroom?
dealer.
Oh. Sorry.
All right, so Navicomputer calculating now. I don't know what you know about me, Master, but I haven't been the perfect youngling. That's why I was so surprised. Not surprised.
Hate
Surprised.
getting so pissed.
Oh my god, anytime I get too drunk from now on, I'm so pissed.
What do you call a knight that goes to the bathroom? Sir pissed. That's a horrible joke. Anywho, so
I
that's
think it
why.
would have been better if it's like, what do you call a knight who just lost his favorite sword? Sir pissed.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was so surprised that I was the first of my age to be assigned to a master. How about assigned a master,
Yeah.
not to a master? I have always been in trouble for trying to do things on my own instead of asking for help. Any, I'm actually kind of okay with anybody. Got any,
Nothing jumping
fine.
out at me, so.
maybe that's why the council paired, not paid,
No, they paid.
paired us together. Two people who always try to do things alone. Maybe we can teach each other to learn to trust again. Well, she's never really had a problem with trusting again. She just needs to learn to trust, and he needs to learn to trust again. Maybe just learn to trust.
But I also feel like he could just be talking to himself more than he's even talking to her at this point.
That's true. That's true. I could leave it.
Like he could be like looking ahead, like not even looking at her when he's like saying the line. Like he's like reassuring himself.
Or maybe reworded to be rely on others more instead of trust again.
We can learn to Teach each other to rely on others.
Maybe we can learn to rely on others. I don't know.
Oh,
Just spitballing.
I kind of like to teach each other, so gets in their mind as a pair. He already understands that she's going to teach him, and he's going to teach her.
It sounds like a first-year teacher speech to the parents.
Probably. Well, I mean,
Maybe
I hope
we
your
should
children
take-
can teach me as much as I teach them.
well, he hasn't
Okay.
had a Padawan in 10 years, so I
No.
mean, he's kind of relearning too.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, I was just gonna say with the line, like maybe we can teach each other to learn to trust again. It's like, are you teaching to learn? Like I'm teaching you how to like I was like, maybe we can teach each other to trust again.
yeah, okay.
It's
Trust
just
others.
spitballing. We're just spitballing. We're giving you options.
Yeah, that sounds better to learn instead of learn to trust. Because I get your point. I like that. I think we're good there. All right, what was the second page, Brandon? Page what?
21.
14?
21.
Oh, I don't remember. I
We
wasn't
just
told
did
that one.
14.
I only wrote down 14.
All
21
right.
was the next one because I remembered it's
Hang
multiples
on.
of 7.
Let me write it down.
All right, so 20. The next one. This one is.
Oh, I can't share.
All right, so we just got. Thank God, we just got big space battle shot at yada yada.
There you go.
Please stop that. Get it off so I can read.
YouTube gets all the fun.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so so they're going to answer the call from the other ship that they're disabled. Shemek says, as I talk to them, he's talking to Colleen, go back to the engine room and try to get the main power back online. Focus on that and propulsion. We have to get out of here. Yes, master. Mal turns back, takes a deep breath, presses a button on the console. We see a screen come on and a person wearing a black and orange mask appears on screen. Mal Shemek. I am Jedi Knight Mal Shemek. Who do I have the pleasure of getting shot by today? And
Joe.
I named the big bad. This is
Rayfez?
Rayfez. The only reason is because it's an anagram of Zephyra or Zephyra.
Oh.
I mean, we can change it if you don't want to go right on the nose. But
I think it's good for now. I have nothing better, so I can't,
maybe next week when we're doing backstories, we can spitball. But for now, we're calling Rayfez. And he's going to lay it down. So this is him answering who we're getting shot by today. Oh, and menacingly, by the way. Oh, my name doesn't matter for now. What does matter is that I have your ship disabled. I have no doubt that you'll be able to repair it. In fact, I'm counting on it. I need you to take a message back to your precious Jedi Council. Shemek says, and what would that message? And what message would? Seriously? Stop trying to save. Anyway,
You will regret it.
Shemek, and what message would that be? Silence! Don't interrupt me. I know that you're just trying to stall. It doesn't matter. I'll be long gone before you can get anything repaired, so listen carefully. I am sick and tired of the Jedi sitting up in their tower looking down their noses at the rest of the galaxy, all while pretending to be the bringers of peace and prosperity, when in reality they are nothing more than the puppets of a Senate that only has its own interests in mind. The Senate, huh? That set of sycophantic simpletons are ruining this galaxy, and the Jedi are the fist that keeps the masses in line. Step out of line with what the Senate demands, and they will sick their Jedi dogs on you. It has to stop. It will stop. I want you to let the Council and the Senate know that they have one standard galactic week to disband. Not only the Senate, but the Jedi as well. And I want both the Senate chambers and the Jedi Temple burned to the ground. If they don't agree to my demands, I will turn every sun in the core world as black as the night sky, starting with Coruscant. 1 week, Jedi. 1 week.
He's an abolitionist. Got it. Okay.
I know
Continue.
that's a big long speech, but
I have two issues.
no, that's fine. I figured there would be.
Okay, so one, so scroll up some.
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
I'm gonna see if
All
it's
right,
the
right
same
there.
issue I have. Oh, it's not. Okay.
So at the beginning, he says, "I know that you're just trying to stall. It doesn't matter." And then he goes on like a monologue that lasts forever. It's like, "I know you're trying to stall, but it'll work." And then he goes on a monologue.
Well,
So
yeah.
does that?
I mean, that's a
but then-
standard bad guy tactic.
I know, but it feels like if he's saying, "I know you're just trying to stall and it's not going to work," but then it works.
So maybe take that line out.
Yeah, but and then also, I get, I kind of feel like the whole motivation, or at least what he's saying in this speech, doesn't line up with what we've established of this character. Because like we saw him like fall down a hole because he trusted in his master, but then when we see him again, he's on a war path against the Senate, as if the Senate did something wrong to him. But we're not aware of what the Senate did to him to make him
But
hate
that's
the
why
Senate.
we have the flashback episode of
Yeah,
what
but-
happened, and we'll explain that, right?
Well, that's another
Maybe.
thing. I thought maybe each episode would start with a flashback, like we did this one.
Okay.
Okay, I
So
will
we can-
explain my fault with this. I know we kind of discussed it, so I wasn't sure if we like landed on a place. Does Rayfez like? I thought we weren't sure they would know it's Chemek, and then a minion would tell them it's Chemek, but they know it's Chemek now. Is that what's happening? Because Chemek introduces himself.
Yeah, he introduced himself, so now he knows who it is.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if like we had okay, so I
Yeah, I
wasn't sure because we had discussed that possibly
Yeah.
like the big bad wouldn't know and the minion would know and then talk to them, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but now he knows, so
Okay,
probably adds a lot to his anger. So okay, so your point, Brandon, get rid of the I know you're trying to stall part.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we can and your second part was why does he hate the Senate?
Yeah. Like I don't understand the motivation for the hate for the Senate based on what we've seen in the show.
could it be because no one went looking for him?
But I feel like that would be more directed just specifically at the Jedi in like their teachings.
What
Because
if,
like the reason he falls down the hole is because he listened to his master and did what his master said, and then his master let him down.
Who allocate?
then-
I don't know government for Jedi. So like, who allocates the Jedi resources?
The Jedi do. They're outside of government. They
Okay, okay. So
they
I get what you're saying. Like
endorse the
destroying
Senate.
Jedi and Senate, they're like two separate things.
Yeah, the Senate is the governing body for the government in the galaxy that Star Wars is in. The Senate's comprised of representatives from all the different planets, and they come together and make their own government. And you've got like worlds that aren't part of the Republic that like are outliers that have their own thing going. And then the Jedi work along with the Senate, but they're not governed by the Senate. They're their own entity that push for peace and cooperation. So that's why they endorse the Senate, because it's supposed to be governments working together for the benefit of all.
okay,
But are they?
No, it's corrupt and
Okay,
led
so
by
there
money.
we go. Like
Yeah.
maybe Rayfez learned it was corrupt during their growing up time from the
Ooh,
whole.
ooh, brain.
Is the wasp back?
No, the brain spinning and it hurts.
Oh, what's some
Jess,
medication
Jess
for
just put a
that?
good. Jess just put an idea in my head.
Ooh,
What?
get it out. Hurry.
I know. I'm trying.
Just jot
What?
it.
What if to explain his hatred for the Jedi Council and the Senate in the flashback, we find out that the Senate requested that they go to that planet that he fell down the hole, and he finds out that the reason they were sent there was some corrupt senator sent him there to try to gain some money or something, and that's what pissed him off about the Senate. You're coughing and
Thumbs
giving me a
up.
thumbs. Brandon's
Thumbs up.
coughing and trying not to do it on mic, but he's giving me the thumbs up that that's a good.
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Air went down the wrong hole.
And can I just point out that I love the fact that he calls the Senate that set of sycophantic simpletons?
I
I
mean, it
love a
sounds
good
like it's from something.
alliteration.
Yeah, I love. Me too. I love alliteration, and I just love the fact that sycophantic is a fun word. And you won't.
That'll be the name of my next rock band, Sycophantic Simpletons.
And you
Sounds
could have a set list, a set for the sycophantic simpletons.
Yeah.
And I do love the fact you won't believe me, but I spelled sycophantic right the first time.
Do the
You're right, I
do
don't
the
believe you.
sycophantic simpletons play on synthesizers or sitars?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I have no
Oh,
idea.
okay.
Oh, and I have no idea how to spell Coruscant, and spell correct isn't
Hang
coming
on,
anywhere
I
close.
got it. I got Wikipedia pulled up.
All right. Well, while you do that, we'll move on just for a second. Ray Fez laughs an evil laugh and reaches out to cut transmission, but right before he does, oh yeah, one last thing, Jedi. Don't forget to trust in the Force.
But
The channel flickers out, and Ray Fez's ship jumps to hyperspace. Chemek is stunned and spends a few seconds staring at the blank screen. Just then, Colleen comes from the back. Master, do you want the good news or the bad news? Chemek, I need to put really angry here because because right now he's really pissed off. I know that's spelled wrong. God, I can't spell worth a hoot. Extremely angry. Just tell me both and quit playing games. This is no time for them. Yes, Master. Sorry, Master. Good news is that I got the sensors back up and working, and I saw where that ship left. The bad news is that life support is completely destroyed, and we will run out of air in approximately 13 minutes.
I got Coruscant if you're ready for it.
In a minute, because we're
Okay.
Mal spins in his chair to look back at Colleen. Were you able to send out a message to the Jedi Council? Maybe they'll send a rescue. Colleen shaking her head. No, Master. The long-range communications have been destroyed beyond repair. Nobody is coming for us. Nobody knows that we're in trouble. Chemek slumps back in his chair, visibly defeated. Then I guess we die here. Fade to black, end of episode. Roll credits.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you know they don't die because it's episode 1.
Exactly. All right, give me Coruscant.
Coruscant.
It's a weird spelling, I'll be honest. I read it as chorus can't.
Seriously, and spell check thinks that's a real word.
I mean, it is. It's the name of a planet.
I hate this damn thing.
It's a proper noun, okay?
Why does it know it? Is my point.
It's Star Wars.
All right.
Everyone knows it.
All right. So after the big speech, were you listening to any of that, or were you?
Yes.
Okay. Any?
Nothing stuck out.
Yeah, nothing stuck
cares?
out to me. I think, it's a
The one thing with me,
cliffhanger.
where he says, "Oh yeah, one last thing, Jedi. Don't forget to trust in the Force." Is that too on the nose, letting us know who the bad guy is?
Little bit for episode 1, I think. In my opinion. But
It's a
I don't
pretty
know how
common
good...
saying in Star Wars.
That's true too.
Yeah.
It's like they meet each other coming out of the bathroom. It's like, oh, trust in the Force.
Yeah, he could just be saying it because it's a Jedi.
I did. I had space Taco Bell last night. I'm trusting in the Force.
Space Taco Bell.
I remember in a
No,
future...
actually, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah.
Please
Okay.
tell me a space Taco Bell is like a Death Star shaped like a bell.
Yes. All right. So, okay. All right. So, what about this one? The good news or the bad news? And then that really just gets him angry because he's already pissed off because he heard the trust in the Force line. Just tell me both and quit playing games. This is no time for them.
I think it's I like seeing Chemek angry sometimes. Like I know Jedis aren't supposed to be, but that's the whole point. Is he's kind of like the anti-hero of Jediism at this point because he's been a little recluse. So I personally like it,
Oh, Brandon's got an angry face.
That was Chebek's face.
Oh, okay.
He's angry.
He was just getting into character.
All right, life support's completely destroyed and run out in 13 minutes. Can't send out a message. I'm gonna take out this. Nobody's coming for us. Nobody knows that we're in trouble. That's kind of duh. We know that. Anybody have a problem with that?
No.
Yeah.
What about the last line? Slumps back in his chair. Then I guess we die here.
Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum.
I think it's a good cliffhanger because like you're like, wait, how? Like, what's gonna happen next? I gotta watch episode 2. That right?
Tune in next
How-
week. Same bad time, same bat channel.
How will Chemek and Colleen get out of this one? Tune in next week. Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da. And now I want to watch old Adam West Batman.
I met Adam West once.
Oh, here we go.
Really tall.
So
I met Goku and Vegeta.
see how this
That's
sounds.
cool.
See how this sounds.
Okay.
Chemek visibly defeated, slumps in his chair. Then I guess we die here.
Sounds like a West Virginia accent.
Credits.
I'm pretty sure Netflix will sue us.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like Stranger Things. Like it really does.
Okay, so
Like, hang on. Is
Wait,
that
what?
Stranger Things?
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's
It
just
sounds very
reminding me.
similar.
it's off of I got it off of a free use place. So
We're not saying you're copywriting. We're just saying
Alright.
it resembles other music.
all right. So what about this? Then I guess we die here. Kind of hero-ish, but
I
dark.
can kind of see it when like credits are rolling and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I like that pickup. So I feel like maybe the music should even start slightly before.
Yes.
Like slightly before, and the build-up should be happening when he says, like when he slumps in the chair, and then the music picks up, and that's when he's like, I guess we'll die here. I think we'll die here, whatever the line is, and then the music picks up, and then that's when, yeah.
Or how about
You know what I mean?
Wait. No, that's the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. That's fight music. Then I guess we die here. Nah, that's too happy.
That's happy to you? Oh gosh.
Well, it started to go. It started off sad, but sad. Right there is a little uplifting.
Oh yeah, it's a little uplifting. I get what you're saying now.
Now we're back sad.
You gotta remember, like, you'll use the same song for every episode.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
You should.
Then I guess we die here. No.
You'll have to play around with it. We'll have to.
All right.
We'll have
So
to see.
since the listeners are here, this is
Are they?
no. Okay, I'll save it.
Are they here with us?
Are they here in the room?
Do you see the listeners now?
Yes. I do. All right. Well, I think we did good tonight. We finished the first episode. We're done.
Woo!
When does the paycheck come?
Are you not getting the weekly paychecks?
No, I haven't got any.
Jess, I
You gotta talk to HR. You gotta talk to HR.
Yeah.
Don't
Did
worry
you get my
about it.
PayPal email right?
sure did, Milton.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Don't tell me somebody gets that reference.
I don't know, guy that's never watched Tron. What movie are we referencing?
Is it Office Space?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, I
Milton
wasn't
wanting
100%
He was
on that
asking
one.
where his
so-
paycheck was. I called him Milton. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't want to be 100. Like I wasn't 100%. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. So
I've seen it like once.
How have you only seen it once?
How have you seen Tron Zero?
There's a Tron Zero.
Oh my god.
Is it sponsored by Coke?
Yeah, it has zero sugar in the computer.
All right, but we are finally we are done with the first episode. Woo! Pumped.
Woo!
We can start. Well, we're not going to start episode. I was going to say we can start episode 2 next week. No, we're not. No, we're not. Here's the plan. Here's the plan, listenerville, in the room here with me. Ha ha ha. Next week, me, Brandon, and sorry, Jess won't be here. So
sorry, guys.
We're going to tag in Jason from the It's Not That Bad podcast because he knows
Jason
a lot of
Derulo?
Star Wars. Yes.
Awesome.
And we're going to create backstories for our main characters, full on, as much as we can get backstories, so we can give it to the voice actors who are going to be playing the parts. And the week after that, Jess, will you be back for that? Or
I will be. Yes.
Okay. So we are going to do not. This is. I know I always said no prep work, no homework for this podcast. This is totally optional. You can think about it if you want. We are going to spend that episode fantasy casting roles for the actual TV show. So, and
Awesome.
I know who Brandon's going to ask for every role.
Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Brandon, who do you want to play the teenage girl Padawan?
Morgan Freeman.
Exactly.
That's fine. I would say the same thing about Jennifer Coolidge. So we'll just have all Morgan Freeman and Jennifer Coolidge in a movie.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay, stop. Hold on. Hold on. How do you do that typey? Hold on, chat. Here we go. I'm going to type a sentence. I want you to say this is Jennifer Coolidge.
I will do my best. I some words are hard, like with those long A's, like it's the Botox.
Please say that line.
Oh my God, my lightsaber looks like a hot dog. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Top 10 sentences you never thought you'd hear in your life. My lightsaber looks like a hot dog.
Glad I could help. I'm here all week.
All right.
I have a scene in my head, but it's wildly inappropriate, so I don't think we can say it. But it involves Wookiees. So I'll leave that one floating around.
Thank you, because no. Don't want to know. I really don't. Oh,
What he did.
Everybody's frozen.
Oh, just you.
No, just you.
Oh, you both were on mine.
You ended up.
Thank you, because
I was saying thank you for not saying that because I have no idea where you were going with that.
Oh, you can figure it out.
No, I'm not going to. All right. So next week, backstories. Week after that, fantasy casting. And the week after that, so 3 weeks from tonight.
We're off.
No,
Correct.
no, the 12th.
Yeah, we're not recording the 12th.
Yeah, that's election.
That's the 5th.
The election's on the 12th.
Yeah, it's the week after. Wait.
It's in 2 weeks, right?
Oh, hang on. It's Veterans Day that I'm thinking. Hang on, I got my calendar here. Let me whip this bad boy out.
USA. Oh yeah, USA is the 5th. You're right.
Oh, we aren't
You're right.
recording.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
and then the
You're
week
right,
after is
Drew. I'm
Veterans
so
Day.
sorry. You're right.
She said sorry.
Sorry.
Canadians. They're so funny. They say sorry and count things in tens.
Well, that's not
Sorry. Sorry, bud. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, we'll talk about that in a second. All right. Well, so maybe we won't do the fantasy casting then because
that's election.
You guys didn't want to record on the 5th.
Correct.
Maybe. Okay. Well, I got some guests to reschedule then. Oops.
JK.
Wait. What's being rescheduled?
We'll talk about this off air.
Okay.
I'll cut this part out. All
They
right.
can't hear. Don't share the secrets of the podcast on air.
Okay. I'll cut this out in post. YouTube will get it, but oh well. Nothing I can do there. I
Well,
don't.
screw YouTube.
Yeah, all our
Bunch of
unedited stuff's on
petitions,
YouTube.
Buttholes.
Speaking of that, something I never do. Follow us on social media everywhere at Fanfliction Pod, Fanfliction
Cast.
Podcast on YouTube, where we have the unedited videos every week.
And they are unedited.
They absolutely are. I don't do a dang thing to them, but put a sound music in the front of them. They get everything.
They get all the stuff you
Everything.
can't see in the podcast.
Fanfliction Podcast After Dark.
I mean, it is after dark.
It really is. No, it's good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. Anyhow,
I don't care where they are. Here, right now, it's dark.
all right then. Okay. All right, Jess. Any final words?
No, I'm really glad to see how you guys create the character. I'm really interested. And I'm really excited for the table read because I'm excited to have a bunch of awesome, cool people all together at once to create art.
Yep, that's going to be fun. Okay, Brandon, where is your absolutely irreverent final words?
My final words are earth, wind, fire, water, and heart. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Go Planet.
For legal reasons, I must actually point out that he is not actually Captain Planet. But
No, I really am. I'm blue and just green hair.
Well, you're losing, Brandon. You're losing.
Listen, looting and polluting is not the way. Hear what Captain Planet has to say. The power is yours.
the more you know, dude.
See, I had that on my soundboard, but you made me turn it off. So,
Well, because you sounded like you were going down on a lizard underwater.
you know, some of us have weird, fetishes, Don't judge me.
Oh God, the AI companion is going to love that one. Anywho, all right.
Hump the wall.
Going down on a lizard underwater. What?
While humping a wall socket?
All right. So
Where'd they put the computer?
For Jess and Brandon, I'm Drew. Have a good evening wherever the heck you are.